Hello, dear students. Today we are here with an interesting fairy tales storybook. Fairy tale's name is Rapunzel. Once upon a time, there lived a man and his wife. Both longed for a child, but in vain. At the back of their garden, their house, there was a little window which looked for a beautiful garden full of the finest vegetables and flowers. But there was a high wall all around it, as the garden belonged to a wicked witch. So everyone was afraid of her, and no one dared to enter the garden. One day the wife was standing at the window and looking into the garden. She saw a bed filled with the finest rampion. It looked so fresh that she began to wish for some. This went on for days, and as she knew she could not get the rampion, she pined away and grew pale and miserable. Then the man became uneasy and answered and asked, "What is the matter, dear wife?" "Oh," answered she, "I shall die unless I can have some of that rampion to eat that grows in the garden at the back of our house." The man, who loved her very much, thought to himself, "Rather than lose my wife, I will get some rampion." So in the twilight he climbed over the wall into the witch's garden, plucked hastily a handful of rampion and brought it to his wife. She made a salad of it at once and ate it to her heart's content. But she liked it so much and it tasted so good that the next day she longed for it thrice as much as she had done before. So the man went in the twilight again, and as he was climbing back, he saw all at he saw all at once the witch standing before him, and was terribly frightened, as she cried with angry eyes, "How dare you climb over into my garden like a thief and steal my rampion?" "Oh," answered he, "be merciful rather than just. I have only done it out of necessity. My wife saw your rampion out of the garden and wanted them so much that she would have died if she could not have some to eat." The witch said, "If it is all as you say, you may have as much rampion as you like, on one condition: the child that will come into the world must be given to me." I will care for the child like a mother. In his distress of mind, the man promised everything. After some time, a girl was born. The witch appeared and gave the child the name Rapunzel, which is the same as Rampion. Then she took the girl away with her. Rapunzel was the most beautiful child in the world. When she was 12 years old, the witch shut her up in a tower in the midst of a wood. The tower had neither steps nor door, only a small window above. When the witch wished to be let in, she would stand. She would stand below and cry, Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair. Rapunzel, beautiful long hair that would shine like gold. When she heard the voice of the witch, she would open the window, unbind the plait of her hair and let it down 20 meters below. The witch would then climb up the tower using the plate like a rope. After a few years, it happened that the king's son was riding through the wood. He came to the tower, and as he drew near the tower, he heard a singing so sweetly that he stood still and listened. It was It was Rapunzel, in her loneliness, trying to pass away the time with sweet songs. The king's son wished to see the girl with such enchanting voice. He looked for the girl he looked for the door to enter the tower, but there was none. So he rode back home, but he could not forget the song. So every day he would go to the wood and listen to it. Once, while standing under a tree, he saw the witch come. He saw the witch once while standing under a tree. He saw the witch come up and listened while she called out, Oh Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair. Then he saw how Rapunzel let down her long tresses and how the witch climbed up by it and went inside the tower. He said to himself, since that is the ladder, I will climb it. I will climb it and seek my fortune. And the next day, as soon as it began to grow dusk, he went to the tower and cried, "Oh Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair." And she let down her hair, and the king's son climbed up by it. Rapunzel was greatly terrified when she saw a man stand inside the tower, as she had never seen one before. The king's son spoke very kindly to her. He told her that he cannot forget her song, and he comes to wood every day to listen the song. He could have no peace until he had seen her himself. Rapunzel forgot all her terror. The king's son had fallen in love with her beauty and asked her to married her. Rapunzel also found the young prince very handsome, so she agreed to marry him. She said, "I am willing to go with you, but I do not know how will I get out. When you come back next time, bring each time a silk rope, and I will make a ladder. When the ladder is ready, I will get down by it out of the tower." Ladder মানে কি বলো তো? মই। They agreed that he would come to her every evening, as the old woman came in the daytime. So the witch knew nothing of it. But one day Rapunzel said to her unwittingly, "Mother Gothel, how is that you climb up here so slowly? And the king's son is with me in a moment." "Oh, wicked child," cried the witch, "what is this I hear? I thought I had hidden you from all the world, but you have betrayed me." In her anger, she caught Rapunzel by her beautiful hair, struck her several times with her left hand, then grasping a pair of shears in her hands, snapped the beautiful locks. The witch was so hurted that she took Rapunzel and put her in a waste and deserted place. Rapunzel lived there with great difficulty and misery. The same very day, the witch went back to the tower in the evening and quickly made a plate of Rapunzel's locks. When the king's son came and cried, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair," then she let the hair down, and the king's son climbed up, but instead of his dearest Rapunzel, he found the witch looking at him with wicked glittering eyes. "Aha!" cried she, mocking him. "You came for your darling, but Rapunzel is not here. You will be never able to see her again." The king's son was so filled with grief and agony that he sprang from the tower. He escaped with life, but the thorns on which he fell pierced his eyes. Then he wandered blind through the wood, eating nothing but roots, berries, and and doing nothing but weep for the loss of his dearest wife. He wandered several years in misery until at last he came to the desert where Rapunzel lived with her twin children that she had born, a boy and girl. At first, he heard a voice that he thought he knew, and when he reached the place from which it seemed to come, Rapunzel knew him and fell on his neck and wept. And when her tears touched his eyes, they became clear again, and he could see with them as well as ever. Then he took her to his kingdom, where he was received with great joy, and there they lived long and happily. The end. So, if you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Jinath, Jarin, Orchisha and Nuhash Danin Diptisha's World. And don't forget to press the bell icon and comment. Thank you. Bye bye.